Hey guys, it's LeBaron98 here. First of all, sorry for my voice. I am getting over a cold. Actually, it was pretty serious for my standards as someone that just normally gets sick. Had a bit of a sick stomach and overall nastiness since Sunday night, and yeah, it wasn't a great way to spend a long weekend, but nevertheless, I had to. Now it does seem to be getting seem to be getting over that, so let's hope for the best. Anyway, as you can see here, this is Blaze of Steel, probably one of my all-time favorite games growing up as a kid, and surprisingly still fun to play to this day. It was my first hockey game that I played. I'm sure it is for a lot of people. Funny enough, I think it was like the first good hockey game for any system at the time, regardless if it was home consoles or arcades. And what's even more funny is that it was the first good hockey game was actually made by a Japanese company. Who would have figured that, right? Of course, I'm talking about Konami, who, other than perhaps Nintendo and Capcom, was probably one of the bigger developers at the time, or publisher slash developer of video games at the time, during the NES days. So perhaps it is somewhat fitting that Konami would make arguably one of the best hockey games of the time, but nevertheless, it was still kind of interesting that a Japanese company would make the best, North American sport video game. Of course, everyone else knows about Tecmo Bowl, and definitely a great football game as well. Another Japanese company made that. Hopefully, now this commentary sounds all right. I'm actually using a Rock Band mic, not mine. It's Booyak 85's mic. Always wanted to get the Rock Band mic, never did, but thank God he has one. That's what I'm using right now. And I'm also recording this with iMovie on the Mac. If you've been following my channel on my actual page, I said I got a MacBook Pro, so definitely something to look forward to as far as video content and hopefully the quality of it. That's one of the reasons why I got this. And specifically, I wanted iMovie or ITV3. If you're not familiar with that, look it up on YouTube. It's one of the most amazing features of the software is that it will buffer whatever you're playing. What I mean by buffering, basically what it does is it records at all times, and what you do is you pick a certain hard drive size. So for instance, I picked 10 gigabytes, and what it will do is it will continually record gameplay for up to 10 gigabytes, so whatever that is in hours. I'm not 100% sure. And what's good about that is I don't actually I don't actually have to hit record while playing. And what it does is it buffers that, so it's kind of like a PVR, where you can go back in time, and that's what's good about this. I can play, for instance, Call of Duty or even a hockey game or any game for that matter. And if I happen to get something that looks cool or funny or some funny glitch or whatever, I can go back into the timeline and record just that one segment of gameplay, as opposed to getting in the habit of constantly recording, which, let's face it, takes up a lot of hard drive space. So it's a cool feature that I liked about the ITV3 Mac software that I haven't really seen on Windows. So that wasn't the only reason why I got a Mac, but it was definitely one of the main reasons. Video in general is one of the main reasons why I got a Mac for Final Cut Pro. And before I get that, I wanted to try out iMovie, and so far for this commentary stuff, it looks like it's pretty suitable for my needs. So I might not even have to get Final Cut Pro, but we shall see how that works out. As you can see right there, there is one of my many failed fights. Yes, spoilers, but nevertheless, definitely not something to look forward to. I get my ass creamed quite a bit, although I do think I won the odd fight here and there. And now going back to Blaze of Steel, like I said, it was probably one of my all-time favorite games growing up, and I think the reason was at the time, there wasn't a lot of great hockey games. I mean, I remember playing ice hockey on the Atari 2600, and it was kind of crappy. And I can't honestly really think of too many good hockey games at this time. Uh, of course, it's nothing like what the NHL games, even from like NHL 93, 94, when you had like the actual players and stuff like that. But it was just overall fun. And I think that's what I really liked about Blaze of Steel. I also remember playing it on the Game Boy. My cousin had Blaze of Steel for the Game Boy, and I remember borrowing it quite a few times to bring it to school and play it on the bus and all that stuff. And it was just so much fun. One thing right here you're about to see is Konami's first in-game advertisement. I don't know if it's the first, but it's kind of funny to see in-game advertising like this, and you're gonna see it come up where they advertise their own games, like Contra, great game by the way if you haven't played that, and then Jackal, both Konami games. So it's kind of funny to see some in-game advertisement before games like a lot of EA's games, where you have advertisements for pretty much any product right about now. So anyway, what other updates could I talk about? I am also doing some NHL Slapshot. I have a few videos. The problem with that right now is some of the videos are in different formats, because I have about 3 or 4 of them that I recorded with the AverMedia HD DVR. And then I have a bunch of them recorded with my Hauppauge HD PVR, and that has created some problems on the Mac side of things, because iMovie doesn't see some of the AverMedia stuff, so I have to convert them. Just that, anybody knows anything about converting video and stuff, it takes a little while. So once I get that converted, those couple of videos converted, then what I plan to do is actually change up how I was doing the NHL Slapshot update videos. What I mean by that is I was doing them with, first of all, I was doing them with commentary, and then I started to do them without commentary. Now, the reason I started to do that is because I have a lot of videos that I wanted to show, basically of each game that I was playing, but I don't have the time to go through and do each one with commentary. Of course, a lot of people actually said, they missed commentary, and so what I decided to do with this, we'll try change it again, and this time I'll add a bunch of videos into an update video and do commentary over that to see how that works out. I'm definitely going to try to do them all. I want to do all the Slapshot videos right up until I make it to the NHL, before the NHL season starts, which is obviously in October, and hopefully before NHL 12 comes out, which I think is in September of this year. So then I can work on NHL 12 videos for you guys. And of course, I'm going to get NHL 12 this time on the PlayStation 3, not Xbox 360. I thought I would change it up a little bit, since my PlayStation is my preferred online console of choice at the moment, besides PC when it comes to shooters. So that's the main reason why I'm getting it on the PlayStation 3 as opposed to the Xbox 360 this time. So that's it for the Slapshot. Next was the NHL retrospective, and basically what I plan to do with that is I already wrote the the best I could do of a script for the NHL 95 video that's coming up. And I think I might actually do both back to back, 95 and 96. And basically, again, just like my first intro retrospective video, what makes it so good and what makes it maybe not so good. And I won't spoil anything, but definitely look forward to that. It is coming. I'm not going to leave it hanging like that. I will get all of them finished at some point. So yes, I have been working on that. It just takes time. Then as far as other videos are concerned, I have some more Steam videos. The gameplay already recorded. I just have to make videos for them. Some of the what I would deem good Steam buys during the Steam summer sale, just to give you guys who maybe are into PC gaming a chance to maybe try out some games that you maybe otherwise passed, perhaps. So when the new sales come out, you can maybe give those games a try. So I probably have about 2 or 3 more games to show from that Steam summer sale at least. I don't want to stay too much on that, but there's still a few more I have to show to get the games out there, I guess I should say. And what else could we really talk about? Oh, one thing I was really thinking about while playing this Blades of Steel, which is, by the way, on the Wii, I got it from the Virtual Console, is perhaps I like to do some co-op retro gaming. You know, of course, I could stick to my usual hockey and maybe do a Blades of Steel tournament, but I think I want to try something a little different. And I don't want to do necessarily Mario Brothers, because everyone's done Mario Brothers 3 and a lot of, or like the new Super Mario Brothers Wii Let's Plays. Everyone's done them to death. I try my best to stay away from a lot of what other people do, and so keeping to the retro theme, and retro preferably NES, Super NES, Genesis. If we have the game, we'll definitely do a co-op for that. When I say we, it might be Booyak85, might be somebody else. We shall see who that will be, and of course it really depends on the game in question. So yes, that's one thing I think I want to try. Try new, I guess I should say, would be doing some retro gaming. And what makes retro gaming so great is usually with your friends and bringing that old aspect back into our current games, you know. So anyway, I think this is it for the game. As you see this cool animation at the very end. So anyway, if you haven't played Blades of Steel, definitely check it out. It's on the Wii Store. Was a great game and still is quite a lot of fun. Anyways, this is LeBurn98 signing off. See you guys.